Hi everyone, how are you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you are fine. You're welcome to Lawyers Info Hub. It's a great pleasure to always create content on this channel. So today we're looking at Next of Kin, the myths and the legal realities. This is one issue that has put a lot of people into confusion. It is one issue that a lot of people also don't understand. And for those who understand them, they've not been even able to explain to others what it means, what it entails, what benefits, what disadvantages accrue to the term next of kin. I will ask you today, who is your next of kin? Many people do not understand why they should even have a next of kin. Generally, a next of kin is could be a blood relative, a friend, someone that they can reach out to in eventualities when there is a casualty. So you see sometimes in a form or you're filling a form or you're traveling or something, you're to write something and they say the next of kin is not someone who's going to inherit the property. Your next of kin is someone they can reach out to. Peradventure, there is a casualty. Peradventure, there's an emergency. Peradventure, there is a reason to reach out to your maybe a relative or someone that knows you. So you see, many people sometimes use their family members as next of kin. Some other time they use their friends as next of kin. So the next of kin is not someone that will inherit your property. No, no, it doesn't work that way. That's a myth, you know. So it's someone that can always answer, or someone that they can always reach out to. Peradventure, you are in emergency. There's need to call your family, or there's need to reach out to people who know you. Yeah. So next time you're feeling a next of kin, don't feel someone that when they call them, the person will not pick, or someone that is not even or you don't even have a relationship with, or you just feel because this person is my family member, because this person is my other brother, because this person is my other sister, because this person is my wife, my husband, I should that's be my next of kin. No, no, no. Next of kin is a contact, a person, could be blood relative, friend, who can answer, who can be reached when there is what, in case of eventuality, in case of emergency. Now, a next of kin, there are myths associated with issue of next of kin. So we're going to look at it. We're going to discuss what a next of kin is not. Yes, these are the myths um, people have been trained with, or people have grown up to begin to see what others are doing and begin to think is the normal thing. So your next of kin is not the person that is entitled to inherit your estate, where, for example, you're no more alive or you're deceased. So a next of kin is not entitled to inherit the estate of a deceased in the event of death. A next of kin is not that person who automatically gets the ticket to the wealth of a deceased person. No, 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 no. A next of kin is not, yes. So a next of kin is not superior to the beneficiaries that are named in a will. Yes. A next of kin is not an automatic administrator of the estate of a deceased person who dies intestate. Intestate, I mean a person who dies without writing a will. So, in a person that is a next of kin to a deceased person does not automatically becomes an administrator of a person who has died, where the person who died, you know, did not write a will. A next of kin is not also exempted from legal processes and laws of inheritance. Someone might write a will and put his next of kin as a beneficiary in the will. So automatically, that next of kin partakes in the estate of that deceased person. So a next of kin is not exempted from both the legal processes and what inheritance. But it does not, when the person names, or you know the person is a person's next of kin, doesn't mean that person is the person that is going to inherit the properties. The person is going to take maybe a bigger portion of someone's inheritance or someone's estate. Is a myth. That's not the legal realities. So it's what a misconception, which in the public, a lot of people, you know, just feels once I appoint a next of kin, that's the person that will inherit my property. That's the person that has the right to do whatever to do whatsoever that is important or necessary when I'm no more. It's a misconception. Many people has, because they know, and my brother is my next of kin, my wife is my next of kin, my husband is my next of kin, my daughter is my next of kin. They have, this has made them shy away from writing or having a will. This has made a lot of people to shy away from having a will. And when they are no more, there is trouble. When they are no more, a lot of people are coming up to say, I'm supposed to get something, or I'm the rightful person that's supposed to get something, without having recourse to what the law says. So today I want to encourage you to have a will. Have a will that you have already, everybody now knows that this person is my next of kin, does not stop you from having a will. The ignorance of the law is not an excuse. You know, it's one a person who is alive that can prepare for life after death. Have a will of how your estate will be managed, of how your estate will be arranged, of how your estate will be administered when you are no more. So a will is a document that speaks even after death of the person who made it. It is testamentary and it is ambulatory. Yes. So don't give in to this myth surrounding next of kin. So I've explained to you what a next of kin is not. So when someone has a next of kin, it's not equivalent to a person who is going to take over when I'm not there. Yes. Now, in administration of an estate, where someone is no more alive, when someone has passed on, yes. Now we're going to look at it, relating it to this same next of kin. Now, when a person dies and have a will, it's called, the person died what? Testate. But when a person dies without a will, it is known that the person is died intestate. So when you hear the word testate, intestate, this is what it means. A person who died having a will died testate. A person who died without having a will died intestate. Next of kin is of no relevance. Yes, is of no relevance. When a person makes a will, next of kin is of no relevance. Yes, because the person would have in his will stated who is going to administer the will, who are those that are the executors of the will, the beneficiaries of my estate. It is also possible that the person who has been the person's next of kin could have also been named as a beneficiary. It's also possible that the next of kin has not named as a beneficiary in a will. So at that point, the next of kin is just, it's just a title. It has nothing to do with the estate of the deceased. Now, when a person dies without making a will, that is, the person died intestate. Now, the question of how is his estate going to be managed, how is his estate going to be distributed, is governed by the law. Yeah, the law has made provision of, if a person dies without making a will, this is how we're going to govern the estate. This is how the estate will be managed. Could be through the customary law, Islamic law, or the administration of estate law will apply depending on the type of marriage that the person who died contracted. Very important. Depending on the type of marriage the person who died contracted. That is what is a determinant factor in understanding which law will be used or will be the governing law as regards the governing of the estate of this person who died without making a will, this person who died intestate. Now, if a person who died, contracted a statutory marriage, yes, contracted a statutory marriage or a court marriage. Now, this also brings us to the point of many people have done their wedding, but they don't have statutory marriage. Their statutory marriage, yes. Now, You can go to a church and do your wedding and get the church certificate. That doesn't mean your marriage is statutory. It is only when you have done the court marriage. Even when you, sometimes even when you do the church marriage and your church is licensed to conduct a marriage, they can be able to give you that marriage certificate on, as prescribed under the act. But where you just go to church and do a wedding, only get the church certificate, your marriage is just a customary marriage. This is a topic for another day. Yes. So if a person who is deceased that died, had a statutory marriage, the distribution of the estate to be governed by what? Either the English law or the administration of estate law. Many states have these laws, in place. Depending, many states have it, that regulates what happens in that state. But the marriage or the type of marriage conducted by the disease is a very vital point in determining which law to be used. Now, this law, the administration of estate law, provides the hierarchy of those who should inherit from a deceased. Yes, the laws are there. It provides a hierarchy of those who should inherit. Where this person dies, who ranks first, who ranks second, who ranks third, who ranks fourth, to get from the estate of the deceased. There is nothing like next of kin. There is nothing like what? Next of kin. So inheritance is regulated by the law, not the fact that someone is the next of kin of someone. That means the person should be the person that will inherit in charge. No, there's nothing like that in the law. So it's only those who are entitled by the law to inherit from a disease that can what? Inherit. And a next of kin is no such person. But you have to also understand that without prejudice, that a next of kin can also be one of the administrators of an estate. It can also inherit if it is named. If it's maybe a family member, if it's a son or daughter of the person, legitimate son or daughter of the person. You know that in the rank of those who are supposed to inherit, children are there, wife is there, brothers are there. Depending, that I told you rank. The person that will take first, second. If the first person is not there, the second person will take. If the second person is not there, the third person will take. If the third person is not there, the fourth person. That is how the law has ranked it in order of what? Priority. So if the next of kin is a wife, a son, a daughter, the person can inherit from the estates of the deceased, not because it's the next of kin, but because it's the biological son or daughter or wife or brother of the deceased. So not because the person is a next of kin, but because it's a blood son, daughter of the deceased brother, and it is he or she is named in the will. So if a next of kin, for example, is a blood relative of a deceased, he has no legal right of inheritance by the status of next of kin. No, you can only inherit where you are you're a son, a daughter, a wife, in the order of precedence as listed by the law, or where you are named as a beneficiary in a will, where the person who died made a will. So you need to understand this person. So a next of kin is not recognized under the Nigerian law in whatsoever way. It does not entitle, it's not an entitlement to have an inheritance. It's not an easy route to gain the properties of somebody. It's not an easy route to lay claims to the properties of the estate of a deceased person. So this myth of I'm the next of kin, because I'm the next of kin, I should not gain everything, is just a fallacy. It has no bearing in law. So where a next of kin is claiming, because I'm the next of kin, I should get this, I should get that. That person is not doesn't understand what the law says. And for you who want someone to be your next of kin, that doesn't make the person to be the overseer of your estate. You make a will. Make a will. Name who you want to be as beneficiaries. That you have someone that is the next of kin does not automatically make a person someone that will inherit from your estate. Making a will makes things easy. The advantages of making a will far outweighs when you die without making a will. Nobody's too too young, as much as you should be an adult to make a will, but there are also exceptions. Yeah, we have done a video on this channel on issue of making a will, probate. We've done so. Check out the channel. I'm going to link it to also to this video so that you will understand what it means to have a will, the advantages of making a will. So when a person dies, the next of kin should not come out to say, "I am the next of kin." No, that is not. It's not. No, no, no. The next of kin can just help to see that the person is buried properly. Okay, is there a will? Okay, let's see what we can do. Doesn't mean the person will come and be claiming things. It can help in procuring of the letters of administration. It can help in the grant of the probate. Just assist the family to see things are done. If you need the grant of probate, fine. If you need the letters of administration, help in securing it. That doesn't mean I am number one. The best way to secure your estate is what? Write a will. Have a will. Set up a trust. Set up a trust so that you will not be disturbed everywhere you have left the world because of people dragging your property here and there. Yes. Is very important. Nobody should say, I'm not qualified to make a will. Even though there are exceptions in the nature and all of that, but you have a right to make a will. We have different types of will. We've done it in a very extensive video of over 1 hour where we dealt on will. So check out the channel and see and get knowledge. Knowledge is very important. When you're advising people, let them know that next of kin is not legally recognized under our law. Have a will, set up a trust so that when you pass as an individual, your estate will be managed without rancor, without fights, without issues. Yes. So note today that the myths of next of kin are all fallacious. They have no bearing in law. A next of kin is not recognized under Nigerian law. Have a will today and put things in order before you leave this planet Earth. Yes. So friends, it's been a wonderful time here. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. Yeah, drop your comments, your answers, your contribution is well received. We love you, appreciate you. My returning subscribers, you are the best. You're the best of the best. For you who wants to join this great family, please click on the subscribe button. Be part of us. Share this video. Someone needs to understand and hear this and get it right. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Knowledge is very powerful. Knowledge is like light. It illuminates, it brightens, it takes away darkness. Darkness of ignorance is a disease. Get the right knowledge and excel. We are here to support the legal education in our own little way. We teach law, we simplify it in the most very simplified, easy way. We teach law, we bring in people to share the experiences. It's just all about law. You're interested in law, you're law students, you're a lawyer, this channel is for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep staying safe so that the sky can be a starting point. You can always